Imagine you walk into a store just to grab one thing, but you leave with bags full of items you didn't plan to buy. Sound familiar? It's not just you. This is consumerism at work. Every day, we're bombarded with ads, discounts, and shiny new products, all promising to make our lives better. On the surface, it seems harmless, even exciting. After all, who doesn't like shopping or getting something new? But here's the truth. Consumerism is sneaky. While it convinces us we're in control, it's actually controlling us in ways we don't notice. It's not just about spending money, it's about how it changes the way we think, live, and even feel about ourselves. In this video, we'll uncover 5 shocking ways consumerism is quietly ruining your life. These aren't the usual "you're wasting money" arguments. They'll make you rethink how deeply this culture of buying has shaped your world. Get ready. You won't look at your next purchase the same way again. Number 1. Consumerism destroys your decision-making skills. Picture this. You're in the cereal aisle at the grocery store, staring at 50 different boxes. Do you pick the one with less sugar? The one that's organic? Or maybe the one on sale? Suddenly, a simple task feels like a mental workout. That's not just you. This is called choice paralysis, and it's a common problem in today's world of endless options. Consumerism thrives on giving us more choices than we need. Brands flood the market with slightly different versions of the same product, all designed to make us feel like we're in control. But research shows that too many options can actually make decisions harder, not easier. Psychologist Barry Schwartz calls this the paradox of choice. Instead of feeling empowered, we feel overwhelmed and stressed. This overload doesn't just happen with small things like cereal. It can creep into bigger decisions like what car to buy, what career to choose, or even where to live. Constantly facing too many options wears down your brain, making it harder to make thoughtful decisions in other areas of life. And the worst part? We often regret the choices we make, wondering if we should have picked something else. Consumerism trains us to believe there's always a better option out there, keeping us stuck in a loop of indecision. So, try simplifying your choices. Focus on what truly matters and ignore the noise. When you buy less and think more, decision-making becomes easier, and your life feels less stressful. Number 2. It hijacks your identity and self-worth. Think about the last time you bought something just because it was trendy. Maybe it was the latest phone, a fancy outfit, or a cool gadget. Did it make you feel proud, even for a moment? That's no accident. Consumerism has a sneaky way of tying your self-worth to what you own. We live in a world where ads constantly tell us, "You're not enough unless you buy this." From luxury cars to branded sneakers, products are marketed as symbols of success, beauty, or even happiness. Over time, we start to believe that our value comes from what we wear, drive, or own, instead of who we are. Social media makes it worse. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok are full of people showing off their perfect lives with their new clothes, gadgets, or homes. This creates a culture of comparison where we feel pressure to keep up, even if it means spending money we don't have. Psychologists call this the comparison trap, and it's a major source of anxiety and low self-esteem. But here's the truth. No product can define your worth. Chasing material things won't bring lasting happiness. It just keeps you stuck in a cycle of wanting more. Real identity comes from your passions, relationships, and personal growth, not the logo on your shoes. Break free by focusing on what truly matters. Instead of buying to impress others, invest in experiences, skills, and meaningful connections. You'll find that who you are is much more valuable than what you own. Number 3. It promotes debt as a lifestyle. Have you ever bought something you couldn't afford but told yourself, "It's okay, I'll pay for it later"? You're not alone. This is exactly how consumerism encourages us to live. Buy now, worry later. But that later often comes with a heavy price: debt. The average US household owes tens of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, student loans, and car payments. Why? Because consumerism normalizes borrowing money to maintain a lifestyle we can't afford. Credit card companies and buy now, pay later programs make it easy to spend beyond our means, while ads convince us we need the latest gadgets, cars, or vacations to be happy. Debt doesn't just take a financial toll. it takes an emotional one too. Studies show that debt can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. It can strain relationships, limit opportunities, and keep you stuck in a cycle of working just to pay off bills. What's worse, this cycle is by design. Companies profit from interest payments and penalties, so they're happy to keep us borrowing. The result? A society where living in debt feels normal, even though it's a trap. The good news is you can break free. Start by asking yourself, do I really need this? Or am I just being sold a dream? Prioritize saving, avoid impulse buys, and focus on living within your means. A life free of debt isn't just possible, it's liberating. Number 4. It's killing the environment in ways you don't realize. Think about your last online order. Maybe it was a new phone case, clothes, or even a pair of shoes. Now, imagine all the resources it took to make that product, the water, energy, and raw materials, and the fuel needed to ship it to your door. Multiply that by billions of people shopping worldwide, and you start to see the problem. Consumerism is a major threat to the environment, but many of its effects are hidden. Take fast fashion, for example. That $10 t-shirt might seem harmless, but making it likely required gallons of water, harmful dyes, and poor labor practices. Once it's out of style, it's often thrown away, adding to the 92 million tons of clothing waste produced each year. Electronics are another issue. The constant push for new phones, tablets, and gadgets creates mountains of e-waste, much of which isn't recycled. These discarded items leak toxic chemicals into the soil and water, harming ecosystems and wildlife. Even packaging plays a role. Single-use plastics from food deliveries, cosmetics, and online shopping fill landfills and pollute oceans, endangering marine life. Here's the shocking part. Consumerism makes it easy to ignore these effects because it hides the environmental cost behind convenience. But every small purchase has a bigger impact than we realize. Buy less, choose sustainable products, and think twice before making impulse purchases. When you consume responsibly, you're not just saving money, you're helping save the planet. Number 5. It's keeping you unhappy by design. Have you ever bought something you really wanted, only to feel disappointed a few days later? That's not a coincidence. Consumerism is designed to keep you unhappy, so you'll keep spending. Big companies and advertisers know how to exploit human psychology. They promise that a new phone, car, or pair of sneakers will make your life better, but the happiness they sell is temporary. This is called the hedonic treadmill. When you get something new, you feel good for a little while, but soon, that feeling fades. You're left wanting the next shiny thing, and the cycle continues. Advertising plays a big role in this. It constantly reminds you of what you don't have and creates a sense of lack. Whether it's the latest trends or luxury lifestyles shown on TV and social media, the message is clear. You're not enough until you buy more. This endless chase for stuff doesn't lead to happiness. In fact, studies show that materialism is linked to higher rates of anxiety, depression, and dissatisfaction. True happiness doesn't come from things. It comes from experiences, relationships, and personal growth, none of which can be bought. The next time you're tempted to buy something, ask yourself, is this really going to make me happy? Or am I being sold a dream? By stepping off the consumerism treadmill, you can focus on what truly matters and find lasting joy. Consumerism is everywhere, shaping the way we think, feel, and live. It gives us endless choices, but those choices overwhelm us. It promises to boost our self-worth, but ties our value to things we own. It normalizes debt, quietly trapping us in financial stress. It damages the planet, hiding the environmental costs of our purchases. Worst of all, it keeps us chasing happiness through things that can never truly satisfy us. The good news? You don't have to live this way. By becoming aware of how consumerism works, you can take back control. Start by simplifying your choices, focusing on who you are instead of what you own, and living within your means. Look for joy in experiences, relationships, and personal growth, instead of chasing the next big thing. Breaking free from consumerism isn't about giving up everything. It's about living with purpose. When you consume less and live more intentionally, you'll find that the life you truly want isn't for sale. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.